Hello, my beautiful ladies. And before I dive into the cellulite question, I just want to update you, ladies. For those of you who watched my last video on using the pill, my more recent one on using the pill as HRT, where I talked about swapping from the Femigel that I was rubbing on, Femigel being an estradiol cream, and the Utrogestin tablets, which are bioidentical progesterone tablets, which I was taking. I said I was going back onto a birth control pill and I was using Nordet. Nordet is monophasic, meaning it's the same dose in every single tablet, so you don't do like a mimicking of your cycle. And it's got an old style progestin called levonorgestrel, which I find suits me well. Sorry, I hope you can't hear. There's somebody cutting their grass or weed eating outside, one of our neighbors. He's forever doing it. So if you hear a slight buzzing, I do apologize. But I've tried to record this morning and I had to wait, and then he stopped, and I've just started recording and now he's buzzing again with his weed eater. So I'm just going to carry on. So far, so good on the Nordet. I am 2 and more than a half weeks in. So I had used my old pack where I'd done a week, then I'd stopped, had been to a gynecologist, had gotten the Femigel and the Utrogestin, which are bioidentical. And those are like what you'd call traditional HRT. It would be something he would prescribe a woman for HRT. I am still 45. I'll be turning 46 this year. I'm in perimenopause, so heading towards menopause. But if I'm not on anything, I have all the symptoms of perimenopause. And so I'm trying the pill as a full, true experiment so that I can tell you ladies whether it does work. Because Menopause Taylor, who has a YouTube channel, and I had done a consult with her, you can watch that. I'll link to that video down below. She had said to me a birth control pill would really work well for me. It's got high dosages of estrogen, and that's what somebody in perimenopause needs. And I had not finished experimenting with finding a pill that sort of worked with my body. I had tried Jeanette 35 and I had tried Yasmin Plus, and they both, I think it's the progestins in them, made me just feel not right, feel a bit ill. Jeanette 35, I felt like I had a head cold, but I didn't have a head cold. And the Yasmin Plus, I had a raging headache. So this, no issues, no problems. So far, so good. The only thing I will say, and I'm not sure if it's because we are having hot weather or it's me, I have a slight clammy feeling, especially in the mornings when I'm drinking my coffee, which is to be expected when you drink hot liquid. I'm not having night sweats, but I do feel hotter than I can remember. But I'm not waking up sweating. So I don't know if it's the pill, whether it's not doing what it's supposed to do to prevent the night sweats and hot flashes, or if it is literally just down to the fact that it is the tail end of summer and it's when we actually are having our hotter weather. Yesterday was up to 32 degrees, I think. So I think I need to wait for the weather to cool down to judge truly, but I'm not breaking out in hot sweats, let's put it that way. And my brain feels supercharged. Like I feel so alert and happy. And I'm actually taking up, or I'm relearning, reteaching myself Greek. For those of you who know, my mom is Greek, and I lived in Greece for about 3 years when I was around the age of 20. And so I learned Greek in Greece, and I've obviously forgotten a lot of it. So I've been watching Greek YouTube tutorials, and I just want to learn. And that's sort of saying something. That's saying that my brain is like hungry for information and wants to learn. So it feels like, I don't know, I guess it feels like my neurons are connecting or firing up nicely. So there you go. But now let's talk about cellulite because I honestly, guys, come now. Are we still believing that we can get rid of cellulite? Because I think by now most of us, and I'm sure most of you watching this channel, you know better. I mean, you can't. No matter what age you are, cellulite is there. When I was younger, though, I didn't really have cellulite because I think cellulite is a genetic thing. It's the way your body is structured to hold the fat cells. That's what I think. That's just my thoughts. And when you're younger, your collagen, your structural support is a lot firmer. As I'm aging now, It doesn't really matter if I'm a bit thinner or a little bit weightier. I'm more cellulite because it looks like all that collagen and tissue support is just breaking down. And so the fatty parts, even like here on my arm, I've got what looks like cellulite, I guess. It's this little fat patch here. When I do that, it like crinkles into a bit of a cellulite look. So it's happened as I've gotten older. And I know, I can guarantee that there is no cream, no pill, no diet, no caffeine lotion, nothing you can rub on, nothing you can do that's going to change the appearance of cellulite. Other than, and this is extreme and I don't recommend it, and it's not something I'm going to do, other than starve yourself to the point where you have no body fat. To me, that is the only way you could get rid of cellulite at any age. Now, over 40, cellulite is more apparent because all the tissue that holds your body together gets laxer and looser and less firm. The collagen just breaks down, and you can have all the collagen supplements in the world. I can guarantee you, you will still age, you will still look older. And in fact, I'd love to hear from you ladies. Have you done anything or tried anything and truly, but now for real, gotten rid of cellulite? And when I say for real, I mean go stand in a changing room in a clothing store. You know, they've got those harsh lights. That's when I can see the cellulite. So when I was younger, I was blessed that the collagen or whatever it was in my thighs was super good. I didn't really have much cellulite, if any at all. But that was youth, and the fact that I was quite slim, and the fact that I did some bodybuilding competitions where I got lean. And so the leanest that I was, I don't believe I had much cellulite, maybe a teeny bit, and maybe you could only see it in certain lights. But there was no magic formula back then, and there's no magic formula now. And the older I get, the more I'm just starting to see and having to accept the fact that cellulite, meaning the cottage peel, orange peel, the dimple effect on the fatty areas on my body, mostly my hips and thighs, and like I say, a little bit of my arms here. In certain lights, it's not bad, but I mean, it does depend on, every person is different. Everyone carries their weight differently. You might carry a lot more around your buttocks. You might carry it on your belly. You might carry it more in your breasts. You might carry your weight more here. You could have cellulite in any and all of those places. And I just want to remind you and to say it out loud, because the internet is full of these false claims and these, what do you want to call them? Charlatans, that's the word, selling their teas and potions and even their exercise routines. There is no exercise in the world that will get rid of cellulite, believe me. The only thing, as I've said, is to starve yourself to a point where you have hardly any body fat, and that is not healthy. That is not healthy. You can diet down to a comfortable weight, and that's fine. But as a female, our bodies need and want to and do hold on to some body fat, and we need a certain level. And so that body fat will get more wrinkly, dimply, saggy, smushy, mushy, whatever the word is, over time. And the older we get, the more it is what it is. And so we have to, ladies, we have to come to a place of acceptance, accepting the sag, accepting the laxity, the loosening, the softening of our bodies. It just is what it is. And we all do it at different rates. It's the rate that, how do I say this? The rate and the way in which we age, wrinkle, at which our tissue sort of softens and sags, it's genetic. It changes from person to person. I've seen some people who are very youthful, but whose skin gets very itched early on in life. Other people, they're softer, but they have smooth skin. You just get different ways in which your body will age, and that's okay. It really has to come down to acceptance. And then you've also got to accept your nature, your personality, and who you are. If you are not somebody who likes to run or exercise. I mean, I am somebody who does. I love to run, I love to exercise. Not all the time, not fanatically, but I do enjoy it. That's great, but don't let even me or anyone on the internet pressure you into doing unreasonable things that don't suit your personality and your lifestyle. If running is not for you, don't do it, obviously, duh. If weight training really, if you hate it, you just can't stand the thought of it, there are other ways to build your muscle and build bone density. You could use your body weight, you could use resistance bands, you could just go for a walk, you could do rebounding, where you bounce on a like a trampoline type of thing. There are many other ways to do whatever it is that you want to do that feels right for you. And again, don't let people health shame you either. I find lately on the internet there's so much information and so much shaming that it just, you watch something and you feel bad about yourself instead of them making content that allows you to feel like an adult who can think for herself, I think. So I'm hoping that at least with me, I'm trying to shift my content away from telling you what to do and 10 steps to this, and these are the 5 magic points and bullet points. It works and it is clickbaity, but it's not how humans talk, it's not how we interact. And as a woman to other women, I just want to be real with you guys and honest. And if you think that there is a magic cellulite cure, please do tell me. But in my experience, 45 years on the planet, there is nothing. I've tried everything. There is nothing. So I just want to set you free. Don't even worry about your cellulite. Just put it out your mind. It is what it is. You can't control it. The only thing you can control within reason is your weight. I mean, you can try to keep yourself to a sort of certain healthier body weight. But even that, if you're happy to be a plus size woman, rock it. Just do it. Who cares? Who cares? We are here on this planet, on this ball spinning through space for such a short amount of time. Ladies, let's not get caught up in the stupid minutiae of nitpicking. You know, companies make us go crazy so that we buy their products. And some products are good and worth buying. And that leads me on to me wanting to share a new product that I've tried, which I really enjoy. And I think it's not expensive and it's worth the price point. In South Africa, it's the ob-gyn Xera Calm. I don't know how to pronounce it. Let's just put it there. The ob-gyn Xera Calm Lipid Replenishing Cleansing Oil. So there, if you can see that. For very dry skin prone to atopic eczema, anti-itching. This is for body and face and for babies, and you can use it as a face wash. You can use it, I used it the other day to shave my legs as a shaving balm. And I found, you know, usually I buy a product and I just stick to it and I don't really change. But I heard Hot and Flashy, what's her name? Angie from Hot and Flashy had mentioned not this product specifically, but a cleansing oil. And I thought, what is a cleansing oil? And it's like an oily cleanser, I guess, that sort of foams up. And I thought that sounds really nice because the older I get, the drier my skin gets, even though I do use a lot of moisturizer and it doesn't look dry after cleansing. So in my last video on skincare products, which I'll link to that down below as well, I mentioned some very inexpensive cleansers that I use, and they are fine. There's nothing wrong with them. But sometimes when I do like a Cosmelan peel or I'm using my tretinoin, I do find my skin wants to have a bit more moisture. And after cleansing, it is dry and tight, and I need to quickly moisturize. And so I thought, why not try something like this? It was only about 335-ish rands. In dollars, that would sound very cheap, but I don't know what it would cost over there. I'll pop a little icon from Amazon if I can find it. So it's inexpensive, especially considering that it's 400 mils worth, and you could use it head to toe if you wanted to, or you could just use it. If you only use this as a face cleanser, at least in my case, this would last me, well, like 6 months, I guess, or more. So I'm very happy with that. And now if you watched my short, in fact I did 2 shorts on the Catrice tubing mascara, I will hold that up there. Now I'm going to read it to you so that when you look for this, Catrice has got many, many, many mascaras, And all their mascaras, a lot of them have this funny shape. There's a lot of glam and doll mascaras, but you want the one that says easy wash off. The easy wash off one is the tubing mascara. It says Power Hold Volume Mascara. I will say it's not a volume mascara. I'm wearing this mascara today, so I'll come closer here. You can see my lashes are not very thickened and voluminous. They are nicely separated and nicely coated. And yesterday I ran with this mascara and it didn't budge at all. And I think that is a selling point. That is amazing. So if you're going to go to gym, if you're going to do any form of vigorous exercise, running in the heat, this stuff held on, didn't budge, and it washed off really easily. And yeah, it's great. I'm going to compare it to the Estee Lauder here. Whoops. This one here, Estee Lauder, the Double Wear Sumptuous Rebel. This mascara, a lot more volumizing and thickening. Also, the formula is quite thick. This one, though, it's a bit clumpy when you apply it. This one, the Catrice, zero clumping. This one, so it's harder to get your lashes separated. The lashes want to stick together, the Estee Lauder. And I do find if I go for a run with the Estee Lauder tubing mascara, I am in danger of like it coming off in like little tubes, I guess. So you might get the mascara dotted all around your eyes. The other one that's quite nice, but probably not as, doesn't stay in place as well, but it's pretty good, is the MAC. This one here, Extended Play Giga Black Lash. This one, from what I understand, I don't know if it's actually true tubing mascara, but it is like a long wear mascara. Pretty decent, not super volumizing. The lashes look very natural with this one. I do wear this one to gym. Haven't tested it, not that I can think of when I went for, no, I have. Used it on my top lashes for a run. Also very nice, but honestly, guys, for the price, this one, 100 and something rand. These were all in the multiple hundreds. So I think really, honestly, for the price, I'm going to stick to the Catrice because why pay more? Why pay more? That's just my 5 cents. So there you have it, ladies. I hope you enjoyed this chit chat. I'm now off to get a pedicure done because with all my running, I do find my feet get a little bit rough. The pounding does tend to thicken my skin, and who wants yucky, gross feet? Not me. So I'm going to go and enjoy a lovely pedicure, some me time, and I will see you ladies in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye. Bye.